So how far are Idaho lawmakers willing to go to take on the situation at the southern border? We've seen resolutions and memorials that want to send a message to Congress and the president, but those are just that. They're just messages. Some lawmakers want to see actual action, and they want to see it directed by the governor. Joe Paris joins us now. Joe, I understand the proposal failed. There was an idea to kind of give this to the governor, but it didn't go?
No, and it's a very interesting conversation. It was a bold direction, Brian, and House Bill 464 is titled the Interstate Compact for Border Security. And basically, a state would have to agree with another state, the state being Texas, so state-to-state agreement on dealing with the issue at the southern border without any federal involvement. So this proposed law, it would have allowed the governor to create an interstate compact on border security without needing congressional approval. Usually you need that, but there is a very specific constitutional provision that allows states like Idaho to act without Congress if facing a, quote, invasion or imminent danger. Invasion and imminent danger is how some describe the situation at the southern border. So the proposal basically gives the governor, which is Governor Brad Little right now, free rein to partner with Texas to share intelligence, provide resources to build physical barriers or surveillance systems on state lands along the Mexico-American border, share law enforcement resources like state police, or take other necessary actions, whatever that means, to secure the border. So yeah, it's a wide open idea, essentially allowing the governor to do whatever he wants. Yes, Governor Little has sent troops to the border for education missions. This would have expanded or allowed for it to be expanded into actual Idaho State Police boots on the ground helping at the border. The committee was open to the idea but had concerns about giving the governor carte blanche.
It seems like this is giving broad permission, but there's no details. I know it's very difficult for me to vote for it because I don't know what the details are. What could happen here? And when I listened to you speak just now, I think the same things that you shared about rationale to give the governor this kind of authority are the same reasons we tried to take it away during COVID.
Us being the lawmaking authority in the three branches of government, we can change this if we don't like what the governor's done in the next session. I see this type of emergency being different than the last one being COVID, where there was an incentive to extend the emergency, a financial incentive, where in this case, I think there's an incentive to nip it in the bud and keep it under control.
There was some support, though, in the committee. Long story short, this failed by only one vote. So there's a chance we see another run at it in the next few weeks. However, the constitutional basis that we talked about here and the lack of congressional approval, that could all face some pretty steep legal challenges. But it doesn't matter for now, though, because the legislation was defeated by one vote. But Brian, it's something interesting that I'm sure our viewers are thinking about, and Melissa Wintrow touched on it. It's a very different, I guess, trust in the executive branch compared to what we saw during COVID.
But you mentioned the troopers being already sent down there. They're going again in April, I understand. I don't think it's just for education purposes. So doesn't he already have this power? So yes and no. And the thing here is that the legislature, they like, as we know, they like to put their stamp of approval and say, we're okay with this. We're good with state resources going this way. And as we saw in the vote, the committee, they were not okay with it. And you heard Senator Wintrow and other senators say, this is a lot of free power for the governor. Yeah. And they know, Governor Little's the governor today, but this would have been going forward. The executive branch should be free to do executive things, though, I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
All right. Thanks, Joe.